So today's topic is being a single parent. Okay, for people out there, I can't talk on just being a parent. I can only talk on being a single parent. So what I say is from my experience and how it is, and also to make other want to be parents or soon to be parents know what they're getting themselves into. So basically it's loving, seriously, it's just so great to be a parent, all those loving eyes, the hugs, the kisses, and the blessings that you've had to even actually have a child. That's a blessing there alone. Josiah, stop running up and down. But yeah, when you're a single parent like me, you actually have to think about, you have to get up and you have to get them ready just to go to a corner shop, and well, not until they're about 15, 16, do you know what I mean? But yeah, it is hard with childcare as well, because you have to think about that when you're going out for your job, having to pay so much money just for childcare and everything. Josiah, go away and stop doing that to me. He's playing about. Prime example. Another thing, they always know where you're at when you're either on the phone or have company, or as you can see like this, they always like to annoy me when I'm doing this as well. So so it's like you don't have, see, literally completely forgot where I was at. But anyway, I'm gonna carry on as per usual. But you don't have that spare time, and if you do have family members, you have to think to yourself, oh my gosh, are they gonna gossip? If it's like my immediate certain family members, of my immediate ones, not my outside ones, they'll be like gossiping. It's one person that I used to leave my daughter with. Gossip. I used to hear the way she used to talk about other family members, or should I say more of my other siblings, leaving their children on her. She used to be like, oh, they keep dumping blah blah and this and that and all that sort of crap, all that palaver she used to go on with. So instead, I used to actually pay my mum to babysit my daughter. So in other words, if she said anything, I'll be like, but you was paid for it. Do you know what I mean? So I always pay my way from since I was young, and I still do now. I don't depend on anybody, because you do, and then there's always some sort of repercussion or something, or blah blah blah. I'm speaking about my family. I can't speak about your family, but that's how it is. So if your family is anything like mine, two-faced or gossiping and all that sort of stuff, yeah, again, I can only talk about certain members of the family and what I've experienced, then yeah, it's hell, and so I can't mention names or anything. So, and yes, family members, if you're watching, remember I didn't mention no names, just don't start using my name saying, oh, Sweeta said this, Sweeta said that about you. Anyway, carrying on about motherhood or fatherhood, because there is single fathers out there, so yeah, it's basically hard because you haven't got no one to turn to, and if you don't have that other parent around, you literally have to do everything yourself. You have not even got 5 minutes to yourself because you've always got mummy, or blah blah blah, or screaming, shouting, fighting, where you have to get up and go and look, to find out what's going on, or break up fights and all that sort of stuff, but for me, if my kids fight, I put them on punishment, because for me, I don't want my kids to be hurting each other. I said to them, they have to love each other, and not hurt each other. You're supposed to stick up for each other when you're out there in the world, so you can't be fighting each other. So I'll make them see the seriousness of that. And also, you know, I've had them throw tablets in each other's heads and punch each other in the lips, all sorts of stuff, you know, that can end up in hospital. So I treat it as a serious thing, you know, where they don't have their tablet for 2 days or something like that, you know, no treats, all that sort of stuff. Or I'll make them like sweep down the stairs, or, you know, sweep the front room. You know, I've always got a punishment lying around somewhere for them, you know. So yeah, and that definitely does work. You know, I've only recently been putting that into action, you know, with the chores around the house, because they don't like to tidy. So I found that works a treat for me, you know. And yeah, they've been getting a bit better. Stop teasing her. Stop teasing her. Just wait until she's finished. You all sit on the table until you're finished. Okay. Yeah, so, well, you guys can see for yourself. You know, you don't get 5 minutes. But yeah, with work now, you have to, for me, I've got 4 kids. As you know, one doesn't live at home. Don't think she will be coming back because she prefers it where she's at. So anyway, for my 3 ones now, imagine the childcare for that. If you've got 3 kids, wow. Do you know what I mean? You got 1 child, it's also wow, because it's £63 a day at nursery. So imagine if I had 3 kids that age, or for women, or, you know, men that's having triplets or whatever, you know, just to get back out to work. It is really, really hard. It's a good job that my 2 other boys are in primary school, because it gives me that little leeway. So all I need to do is breakfast and after school club. But yeah, I still find that the breakfast club isn't opening early enough for me to get out there. So I need to find a job that's like 9 o'clock, which is really, really hard for me, because majority of my jobs that I'm looking for is starting 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and there's no breakfast club for that, or nobody around for me to say, oh, can you, you know, take the kids to school, you know. So therefore it's hard with that as well. And then you've got after school club, which shuts at 6 o'clock. So you can't be doing no late night shifts and all that sort of stuff, you know. It is quite hard. Or when you want to go out just for yourself, to go clubbing or something like that, you have to look for a babysitter too. So yeah, I just thought I'll jump on and try to do a quick video for you guys. Also, yes, I went to a job interview today, hence my dress wear. But yeah, I went to a job interview today just to only find out it's 0 contract hours. That ain't gonna do me justice, is it? It's recruitment agency. And I said to them, so what is the point you telling me to come and do this when you didn't even tell me this from the get-go? I wouldn't have wasted my time, because I'm actually looking for full-time work, you know. And then they said to me, oh, you know, also you need to do a refreshment course for my manual handling. I said, okay, fine, I'm up for that. On the website it said it was free. Now he's saying to me, oh, it's £90. I said, okay, well, do you have any information? Because I don't want to be given money which I'm not able to do at this precise moment if I'm not making money, you know. And he said to me, oh, well, you know, I'll look into that. I'll see if we could get you something, you know. But first, you have to work for us for 300 hours, and then you'll get a certificate. I said, but that's not what you just said. You know, you said, you know, £90 for the course, and then I'll get the certificate. I said, so how did this change into that, you know? I know for me as an interview, but I still have to stick up for my rights. I'm sorry. I'm not going to stay there and be all calm and this and that. I am going to confront you. I am going to ask you these questions, and I am going to pull you up on your mistakes. You know, that's just me in general, and I'm not going to change who I am for nobody. I'm sorry, you know, because it did not make sense. And he's like, oh, well, I'm going to go and ask my manager for some information. You know, I said, okay, well, you go do that then, you know. And he's gone, he's come back and he's like, oh, you know, there's no information, but you can actually go to the job centre and let them ring us up, or we can give you our email you could actually use to give to them. I was like, but I asked for information, you know, to tell me about this course and how much it costs and everything on paper. It's like, oh, sorry, no, we don't have that here. And then he's saying to me that I do the course right there. They've got a bed in the office with a hoist and everything. And he says, this is where the course is taking place. I'm like, I said, Alinde, I don't know if this is you just trying to make money off your own back, so I need proper information and proper evidence to prove it. It's like, oh, but we're not telling you have to work. Anyway, that was me doing my job anyway, but I had to give you guys that update as well. I was just going on and on just there, so let me switch back into that mode. But that is still a part of being a parent, getting out there and working instead of sitting on your butt and not doing anything, you know. So yeah, so anyway, the trial goes on. I'm gonna keep going as per usual, you know. And the thing is, another thing, no matter what, being a parent, single parent, you have to keep striving, you have to keep going. You guys saw me on a video, I think it was the 23rd, because we did our Christmas 2 days before. We've done everything completely different this year. You know, we got loads of takeaway. We had pizza and kebabs and, you know, all those sorts of stuff, you know. So, yeah, but I had basically dislocated two of my little, you know, the two end toes. I had dislocated that and I was limping around the house, but I still took myself up, went out with the kids and everything, you know, all that sort of stuff. I'm still carrying on, even up to now, near enough a month later. I'm still limping in a certain way. It still hurts me, but I keep going. And even when you're sick, you still have to keep going because you've only got yourself to depend on, you know, because you're a single parent. And being a single parent is about not having that support out there. People say, oh, I'm a single parent. But I'm sorry, if you've got all that support around you, you've got your partner, whether he's the kid's dad or not, you still leave him with the children. You know, you've got your family, you've got certain friends who don't mind babysitting and who's not going to backstab you just as whoever else. You know, you're not that much of a single parent. You know, I am 100% a single parent because there's nobody here besides me. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing it by myself. That's why when you've got what is it, job seekers allowance and all that sort of stuff, you've got lone parent because you're alone, meaning nobody. Do you know what I mean? You're just by yourself. You depend on yourself. You support yourself. You and your kids. That is what I call a single parent. Do you know what I mean? So it is damn well hard. So before any of you think about doing it, if you know you're going to be a single parent, you know you can't get out to work or have your time and whatnot, I suggest that you think twice about putting yourself in that situation. But if you're a strong person, you want children, you want that blessing, you want that life and everything, I say go for it. Because you know you can handle it, you can do it, you know you can support yourself, you can support your kids. I say do it, but I'm only saying just think about things, just know what you're getting into, why I've done this video for you guys, you know, so you know what you're getting yourself into, you know what it's about. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go and eat my dinner, and as always guys, you're gonna get the raw, the real, the everything in my video. So make sure you come back again and like, subscribe and share away with everybody else it will benefit and support them with. So Make sure, guys, because I'm doing this for me to get my word out, and I'm doing it for you guys as well to support you guys out there. So make sure you get it out when you know somebody needs that support and it's all being talking about. Send it to them. Whatever my topics are about and it relates to them, send it to them. All right. I'll see you guys.